Well, hey, CFSA family, hope you're well and at peace when you watch this. This week, we are continuing our focus on how God is for his people and how he keeps his promises. Today, we're going to look at a few highlights from Abraham's life. God's promises are received through faith, and Abraham was a man of great faith. In Genesis 12, we read some amazing promises that God makes to Abraham, now known as Abram in the story. Now, the Lord said to Abram, "Go forth from your country and from your relatives and from your father's house to the land which I will show you. And I will make you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great, and so you shall be a blessing. And I will bless those who bless you, and the one who curses you I will curse, and in you all the families of the earth will be blessed." So Abram went forth as the Lord had spoken to him, and Lot went with him. Now Abram was 75 years old when he had departed from Haran. Abram went forth. What a bold move, right? He's leaving behind everything he's ever known and going into a strange land. How in the world did he do this? Hebrews actually helps us understand this. It says, by faith, Abraham. Abraham trusted God. He believed in God's word, and therefore he went out. It must have been a hard journey, but he trusted and believed in God. Faithful obedience to God is not always easy, but is always worth it. Genesis 15 also records some amazing promises God makes to Abraham. He tells him he's going to have a son. Abraham is really old right now, so is his wife, way past childbearing years. He takes him outside to count all the stars and like, listen, hey, if you can count them, Abram, go ahead. But this will be like your descendants without number. He also foretells of the slavery in Egypt and the suffering there. But there's a verse that's a standout verse in Genesis 15. I want you to read it with me. Genesis 15:6 says, "Then he, Abram, believed in the Lord, and he, God, reckoned it to him as righteousness." Paul actually uses this exact verse in Romans 4 when he's talking about justification by faith alone. Romans 4:5 says, "However, the one who does not work, but trusts God who justifies the ungodly, their faith is credited as righteousness." So you can see how important faith is. But maybe you're watching this and you're struggling. Maybe your faith is on rocky ground. Let me share with you one of my favorite stories in the New Testament. It's found in Mark 9. Jesus is coming down from the mountain, and he's met by a man whose son is possessed by a spirit that causes him to have very severe symptoms, like seizure-like symptoms. And they bring the boy to Jesus, and he starts convulsing and foaming at the mouth. And the man says, "If you can do anything, please help us and have pity on us." And Jesus replies, "If you can, to him who believes, all things are possible." And just picture the scene, right? The man loves his boy, and he cries out, "I do believe. Help my unbelief." The God who gives peace is the same God who gives faith. He is with you, he is definitely for you, and you can trust him because he always keeps his promises.